Premier Racing Setups is the longest-running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys Season 27 Finale Championship Night. Charlotte Motor Speedway, under the lights, how it should be. About 20 of these guys checked in here tonight, ready to do battle, and the field is pretty good. Field is pretty tight. Everybody looks pretty good. We got some guys trying to see if we have rubbered the track up a little bit or not. Got the Popo in town for the event tonight. That's Captain Spaulding, Kevin Spaulding there. In that crisscross one side of the pond versus the other side police machine. We're going to see if he can turn on the red and blue lights tonight at the end of this thing. Fourth in the practice session. Pretty quick tonight. The 25. The new paint seems to be doing well for him. There's 48 of Michael Larch. Would like to bookend the season. Picked up the season opener at California 12 weeks ago. Had some struggles, then started to find his footing, had some good podium runs here recently. Would like to bookend this thing with a win here tonight and give himself some momentum heading off to that All-Star race in 2 weeks. T. Brand, Thomas Brandner. 24 car. Would like to break through and pick up a win this season. He was close at Gateway. Late race troubles. We'll just call them troubles. That car looked a little loose right there. Kobe Stidham, second in the points right now. I haven't seen Casey Graves. In fact, I don't. There he is. Casey Graves is on track. The 0-1 coming rolling out of the pits right here. Just a couple minutes left in this warm-up session. But that's your points leader coming into the night. 36 markers ahead of that 36 car of Kobe Stidham. So a lot has to happen. Remember, those guys will go to the back. Top 5 will go to the back. I believe they are all here tonight. Casey Graves, Nick Cooper, Kobe Stidham, Seth Wansing, and G-Body Garrett Boyd. Speaking of the G-Body, there he is. These drivers will have a next week off. There will be no show next Monday and Tuesday, but the following week, Tuesday night, their all-star race. These O'Reilly Auto Parts B cars will be at Chicago for the all-star race. The Open will start at 9 o'clock Eastern. All the drivers that transfer from the Open to the final 2 stages will move on, and that should be about, I'm going to say it's probably going to be around 9:30-ish. That second server will go live, and the guys will be able to get in, get ready to go, and then it's a 35-lap run with a mandatory pit stop, and then a 20-lap sprint for the cash. There's Nick Cooper, third in the points. Mr. Outback. He starts Outback every week. Drives his way towards the front. And then Mike Forstner. Thing reminds me of a neon duck. Water splashing everywhere. Got the bright green going around. But Mr. Forstner has been steadily improving all season long and has shown some great prowess in being around at the end of all these. There's Mr. Brock Bigelow. Not in a truck tonight. Not in a truck. It's been a minute since I've seen him not in a truck. Brandon Steele is in here as well. One of the rare appearances of the 3D of Cody Downard. Kyle Gomez, if you watch regularly, you see him on Wednesday nights in the Truck Series over at Midwest. He's here tonight. This is Scotty T, the T-Town Terror. Near and dear to my heart on the hood of that car. Taco Tico. Man, grew up with that stuff. And then our old buddy Doyle Lawrence Raven Graphics. In here making some laps. Larry Moody. Larry's just looking to log laps. He has had so many DNFs. We've almost had to recategorize do not finish as the Larry Moody rule. Sponsor on the hood of that car, Fitz Automotive, had him live. Had Chris Van Winkle on live last night prior to the truck race. We will see them back again as a sponsor. I think they'll back in the fall sponsorship. I think this summer there's a new sponsor for that truck series, just for the summer series for right now. I think the practice session's coming to an end. Drivers are starting to get off the racetrack. They've been in here for happy hour for about the last 80 minutes. Next season, that happy hour will be a true hour, and this show will start 20 minutes earlier. So we will probably start just a little bit before that 9 o'clock hour every night next season. They'll get kicked off in May. They'll have a race and a break and a race and a break, and then either a couple races and a break or maybe 2 or 3 races and a break, and then they will run the rest of the season out. Getting into the warmer part of the season, and a lot of guys trying to get out and do things, and we've got some things scheduled, so it'll still be a great season. Just waiting for drivers to hit the racetrack. Get Boyd rolling off. He'll be one of the early ones to go out, so we'll at least watch him come and get up to speed. Gidman is going out as well. We'll watch the 94. '21 car. He just either trying to put a little heat in the tires, or he was a little loose down on the flat part of the racetrack. That car just looks a little loose to me. Hopefully when the tires come up to temperature during this second lap right here, he will start to grip up a little bit. We're going to go find the 48 car as well when he rolls out. And the 5. We're going to try to watch 3 or 4 of these guys that we know are usually fast in qualifying. Kevin Spaulding has gotten a couple of poles this year, so we can never discount the 25 car. Here comes Boyd by the first time. He'll be the first to score time, it looks like. Lawrence, 29.57 on lap 1. Boyd, 29.59. Gidman, 29.65 on lap 1. Where's the 48 car? 48, 48, 48. There he is, Michael Larch. Just rolling around. He hasn't even put himself on the clock yet. We're going to watch for Seth Wansing as well. He has not rolled off pit road just yet. Second time by for Gidman. Top of the board, 29.499. Lawrence second. Boyd was third. Wansing just rolled out. Let's watch Michael Larch around here. He come out and put a blistering lap down, 29.33. Or 29.31, excuse me, in practice. And he is going to stay wide on his first lap. Right now, Gidman on provisional pole. Larch, 8th quick. Not going to be his money lap. This will be his money lap right here. Can't touch the wall. You get even a 0x for contact, and it erases your lap. And he's got it pointed the right way. This looks pretty quick to me. Is it good for P1 across the stripe? Yes, it is. 29.38. Thomas Brandner, 29.80. Kyle Gomez just jumped to 11th. Kobe Stidham, not taking time. We're watching Seth Wansing. Car looks a little loose right there with him. Puts himself, and he's got to be perfect on this lap right here. No time on lap number 1. He's got to be good on lap 2. Casey Graves is out. Casey Graves is bumping the fence, so he's getting a time. He's just not actually scoring it. So we'll see. Oerdes Wansing. Time in. Ninth quick. 29.85 for Wansing in his qualifying effort. Brian Cross is rolling out. Coming out of turn 4 right here. He's going to get on to the time clock. I do not think we will see Cubby Stidham, Casey Graves, or Nick Cooper take time. They know they're going to the back. The bonus points are just for themselves at that point. So we're watching Cross. And he will not get time in because he started it too late. So Michael Larch will be your pole winner. All right, let's get ready to look at our starting lineup. 5 drivers going to the back, but neither of the 2 on the front row. The 48 of Michael Larch, the 94 of Galen Gidman. Then the 88 of Doral Lawrence and the 21 of Garrett Boyd in row number 2. Boyd will move to the back as he is top 5 in points. 27 of Brock Bigelow, the 105 of, it's actually the 40 of Brandon Steele tonight in row number 3, and then the 12 of Ross Cato and the 24 of Thomas Branner in row number 4. Seth Wansing in the 5, he'll go to the back, 4th in the current points, scheduled to start next to the 69 of Mike Forstner in that 5th row. Larry Moody, the 73 in row 6, next to the 25 of Kevin Spaulding. They make up a row number 6. Your 7th row, the 55 of Kyle Gomez and the 3 of Cody Downard. And in row number 8, the 8 of Scott Thomason, scheduled to start next to the 35 of Nick Cooper. Cooper second in the points. He'll drop to the very back right in front of Casey Graves in the 01. Kobe Stidham will start in front of Cooper on the back row, and then you'll see Brian Cross, the 78, and Dean Gagliano, the 38. They will scooch up somewhere around row number 8. Everyone else line up behind that. Boyd, Wansing, then Stidham, Cooper, and Graves. To round things out, those 5 drivers will start single file out back. These drivers get the tires that they started or that they qualified on to start the race, and they get 2 changes. This is a 100-lap race. Pit window is just about 25 to 27 laps. Gidman and Larch. Should be a pretty good tussle at the front for a few laps. $100 times around to end the season. Champion to be crowned, it's all Graves. Right now, it's his to win. We'll see where things shake out. Back of the field is getting low. Dean Gagliano missed the call. Oh, no. Maybe that's why he didn't qualify. Something happened. He is still in Chet, so he may yet make an appearance on the racetrack. But we are about to go green. Coming through turns 3 and 4. The pesky pace car is going to duck out of the way right down here at the entrance to pit road. And for the final time in season 27, Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series goes under the green flag. Hello, Jennifer. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. I'm sure Jersey and everybody's out there. Philip, everybody else. Through 1 and 2, Michael Larch asserts himself, and he takes the lead. He'll pull up in front of the 94 of Gidman. 88 of Lawrence tucked in right behind that. Then Brandon Steele, it's side by side. Bigelow and Brandner. That's 5th and 6th. Car into the fence. It's Gidman. Oh, my goodness. What happened there? We took the camera off. Gidman down into the corner. And it just, it stepped, and he lost a little bit of momentum. And the 88 was just so close he couldn't do anything. Wow. The 94 little loose getting into the corner on the very first lap in turn 3 and 4. Right at the center, right at the apex where the car rotates to come off. And right when he fed it a little throttle, it stepped out, and Doyle Lawrence really nowhere to go, and there's not enough time to react to do anything. And he clipped him in the left rear corner. 24 of Thomas Brander ducking off and heading for pit road as well. Kobe Stidham headed for pit road. I think this is a fuel thing. Nick Cooper also. These guys got nothing to lose. They're already at the back. Galen Gidman needs to get some damage pulled out on the 94 car. Tell you that is one of the drivers that's already locked in to the All-Star race. Stidham, Cooper, Graves, all locked in. Michael Larch is a lock-in car. Doyle Lawrence is a lock-in car for the All-Star race. I think Ross Cato might be a lock-in car for the All-Star race, too. So Larch, Lawrence, Steele, Bigelow, Cato, Forstner, Gomez, Spalding, Downard, and Cross are your top 10. Then Garrett Boyd, Seth Wansing, 11-12. Thomas in 13th, Moody 14th. Stidham out of the pits and up to 15th. Then Graves behind him, Cooper. Gidman and Brander both still on pit road. There goes Brander. Waiting to see. Gidman is going to roll it out. Looks like that left rear corner still pushed in a little. I can't tell right front just yet. Trying to get down here. It looks a little wrinkly still. Probably going to make that car a little bit tight. That left rear corner being mashed in absolutely will not help with his aerodynamics. But we're doubled up. We're ready to get back after it. I still do not see Dean Gagliano. Michael Larch having some fun with the pace car driver. All right, Gidman has rejoined the back of the field. We get ready to go green out of turn number 4. Get things back underway. Auspicious start to the season finale. Into the start zone. Green flag back in the air. Larch with a good launch. Will clear. Ooh, was that Mike Forstner? I saw brush the fence. Will clear Doyle Lawrence there. Hey, hello, Mark. Welcome to the show. The boy's okay so far. He had to go to the back to start, but he's run in. Where is he? He's about 10th right now. Through 3 and 4 this time. Looks like nothing going on. We'll go back through the field a little bit. Looks like Larry Moody's blinking pretty good back here. He's on the track, and then he's off again, and then he's on again. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't see any latency issues on my end, so I'm not sure. Larch Lawrence, then it's Bigelow to third. Brandon Steele, Kevin Spalding, and Ross Cato are going at it side by side. That's 5th and 6th, and it seems like if you're 5th or 6th, you're in a side-by-side battle here. Saw Brandon Steele brush the fence a little coming off of turn 4. No harm, no foul. Just kicked up a little bit of dust. Spalding off the top side, all the momentum. He'll pull up and get in front of Ross Cato. Cato back to 6th. Forstner is 7th, but he's looking on the bottom, trying to get a run off the exit of turn 4. Well, yeah, but that don't explain why he's blinking, Mark. We'll keep it there. Here comes Seth Wansing up to the 8th spot. Cross followed him through. He started right in front of him, and Wansing got around him pretty quickly there on lap number 1. Since then, Cross got into his hip pocket, and he is following him through the field. They run 8 and 9. Garrett Boyd from the back of the field is up to 10th, but he's got a mirror full of the true speed guys. Stidham Graves, 11 and 12. Then Kyle Gomez in his debut rookie start here with the DSRL Tuesday Night Stock Car Series. Sitting in 13th right now. We typically see him in the Fixed Truck Series. Couple of drivers that we've seen get a little touchy-feely with one another happened back in the Truck Series at New Hampshire, and they are right on top of one another again. Got a little pinky-dinky-doo going on. Get in the mirror, get out of the mirror, get in the mirror, get out of the mirror. Make the guy wonder where you're at, maybe make him make a mistake. Meanwhile, Kobe Stidham's reeling in the guys in front, which is Boyd and Cross. Taking a look a little further forward. Seth Wansing reached the back bumper of the 69 of Mike Forstner, and he has kind of taken root right there and is holding station. Cato still in 6th behind Spalding. Up front, not much has changed except for a battle for 2nd now. Lawrence to the high side. He lets Bigelow just have the spot. And Brock Bigelow on a heater trying to get to the front. We don't see Bigelow on Tuesday nights very often. When he came in tonight, took the setup that is offered by the league. Said he was super comfortable. It felt good. It felt pretty racy. And here he is running 2nd. And he is trying to reel in Michael Larch. Already a winner on the season in competition. Let's go back and check. Back here at the back, the 94 way off pace. I think there's a lot more wrong with that car than we know because he is having trouble at the back of the field. 3077s, he's a 2nd off the pace right now. Everybody else up front, 3077 or 2977 and 2980 somethings. So he is off the pace right now. Scott Thomas and Thomas Brander. Brander looks like he's got scuffs up the left side on the front end of the 24 car. He's a little slow. Hello, Mr. Forstner. Back towards the front. The gap is a half second between Michael Larch and Brock Bigelow. Brandon Steele up to 3rd. Got around Doyle Lawrence while we were watching at the back. And now Spalding and Cato side by side once again. I don't know what happened to Wansing, but he's fallen all the way to the 12th position. He was running right here with this group, right behind the 69 of Forstner a little bit ago, in about 9th place. There goes Brian Cross on the high side. Ross Cato now making a move on Doyle Lawrence to put himself in the 4th position. Lawrence stays wide in 3 and 4. Stidham, door-to-door with Spalding. That's an easy pass. Made that look like it was just a Sunday drive. Boyd got by, so did Graves. So Spalding went from about 8th to 10th. Make it to 11th, now make it 12th, as Seth Wansing will go by as well. Boyd's got company on the inside. That's your points leader, Casey Graves, in the 01. It might be 3 wide out of 4, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad that Graves thought better of that because I think it would have been disastrous. Might have shaken up the whole thing. He'll work to the inside of Lawrence, and that'll move him up to the 8th spot. Wansing is caught up, and he is right there. He's hounding the bumper of the 01. Up the inside on the 21 of Boyd, and Wansing moves himself to 9th position. Kobe Stidham passing cars left, and he's making it look easy. He gets there and just goes right on by. He's up to 5th now. He's 2.2 seconds off the lead. Larch and Bigelow been pacing the field, and now Brandon Steele is starting to work his way into this. He sits 3rd, but he's almost to the bumper of Brock Bigelow now. Ross Cato behind that. Kobe Stidham is closing in on the 12 car. Brian Cross had a moment there. He had Casey Graves on the outside, and I think Graves just used all that momentum. Slung right on by us. Graves is up to 6th, and now Mike Forstner is once again on the bumper. About 2 car lengths off of the 1 car of Brian Cross. Garrett Boyd still 9th. Seth Wansing is 10th, and then there's Nick Cooper. Oh, steady Eddie Cooper. Good race. Car into the fence. 25 car of Kevin Spaulding. He gets it out of the turn 3 fence. Will stay green. Wansing, Cooper, and Boyd all went to the back. All top 5 in points. Cooper 2nd in the points. Cooper now working on Wansing. That'll be for 9th position. Wansing 10th, Boyd's 11th. They're right behind Mike Forstner. Brian Cross. Cato is back to 6 as both Graves and Stidham got by, and Bigelow is starting to slide back just a little bit. Currently 5th. He was 2nd just a few laps ago. Brandon Steele up to 2nd, but Kobe Stidham is there. Pitts on the last pit stop to top off with fuel. No tires. And now making a bid to take 2nd place away. Not quite enough there to get it done. Steele had a little momentum on the high side. Got to get the car into the corner good. Stidham's going to have the middle. He may have a big run here up the backstretch. They've all caught Larch now. Now it's going to be a big battle for the lead. Steele the first to go. He'll get around the 48. Stidham now pulls to the inside. He'll get around the 48. And Casey Graves, open door, I'll come right through myself. Steele leads lap 25. So the first time tonight, a new leader. We'll see if that lasts for more than a lap. Because Stidham is now there, and man, is he closing. Didn't peek out this time. Kobe Stidham. Stalking the prey, and now he's going to attack. Getting into turn 1. A lot of guys going to have to start heading for pit road within the next lap or 2. Those that went in will be able to stay out for a couple extra laps. So we may see some on 28, 29, some on 30, 31. Steele had enough momentum to get the lead back off of turn 2 on the outside. That time, Kobe Stidham led the lap. Stidham cannot move to the high line just yet, and Steele will motor by. And now Stidham should clear coming out of turn number 4. Steele went to duck back in and cross over, and Stidham blocked the inside line, was going to make him go through that AstroTurf down there. And that put Steele right back in the line. So Stidham, Steele, Graves, Larch, Bigelow, the top 5 right now. Nick Cooper is 6th. He and Ross Cato are having a good battle back here. Right next to Brock Bigelow. We're in the pit window, and Seth Wansing is on pit road. He stops. Right side tires going on the 88, which is really the 5 car. And he's going to put 4 on. Brandon Steele, Brock Bigelow, Brian Cross, Kevin Spaulding all on pit road. So Steele battling for the lead pulls off. Stidham, Graves, Cato, or Stidham, Graves, and Cooper probably, the 3 cars that can go the furthest. There comes Michael Larch. He heads for pit road. Michael Larch at the end of pit road. Now Nick Cooper ducks off, so does Ross Cato. Stidham and Graves, the only 2 that stayed out so far. And I would imagine we're going to see them probably next lap. Yeah, they will come in together. Man, Graves went right down to the inside, made it shorter to get on pit road. And now they're side by side heading up pit lane. Graves to hit pit box and Stidham right in front of him. Left side tires for these 2. Brock Bigelow was the first car off pit road. He's up the backstretch. Steele right behind him. They're gonna maybe catch these 2 coming off pit road. We'll see where they blend in. They are going to keep the lead. They are going to stay out front. Graves will take it away from Stidham on pit road. And they will get out in front of Bigelow and Steele. Cross is 5th. Larch, Cooper. Wansing 8th. Forstner, Cato. Garrett Boyd in 11th. Spaulding, Downard, Brandner 14th, Moody, Gomez, Gidman, Thomason. Doyle-Lance taking the 88 car to the garage area. There's your leaders coming up to the back of the field. Brandon Steele with the move on Kobe Stidham. Now he's going to make a move on Casey Graves. I have to say, I think I saw this coming as they lapped the 94 of Gidman. Graves and Stidham probably in fuel conservation mode. They were able to go a lap or two longer than everybody else, and they went in during that caution and topped off again. But I feel like these guys are in fuel conservation mode already. They're trying to make it a shorter race for themselves, trying to get it down to a two-stop race. Here comes Brian Cross. Oh, Brian Cross has blinked out and gotten himself trapped a lap down because of his connection issue. No audio on YouTube. Is that real, guys? I got people watching. Mark's hearing me on YouTube. So Brian Cross blinked out at an inopportune moment, and he has been scored a lap down, even though he is up here running. Quite a ways to the front. He's second in the line. Got a quick car. He just needs a break. Nick Cooper now is running in the second spot, behind Cross. Cross a lap car, then Larch is behind him in third. Graves and Stidham have both backed the cars way down. And they've got Brock Bigelow shadowing them, and Seth Wansing is closing in. And now Bigelow's going to make it 3 wide coming off the outside of turn 2. And he will go right by Graves and Stidham. Seth Wansing has now reached the back of the 36 car. And he'll duck to the inside on the front stretch and down into turn 1. Move him to the 5th spot. 3 seconds off the lead. Nick Cooper now alongside Brandon Steele for the lead, getting into 3 and 4. And Nick Cooper will go to the front. So Cooper, Steele, then it's Larch. The 4th car in line is 3rd on the racetrack. Bigelow in 4th. And Wansing and he are side by side. Oh, I thought they might touch right there, but a little bit of lift action out of the 5 car, which is the 88 on the racetrack. He'll back up, regroup, and do it again. Garrett Boyd now has caught Casey Graves and Kobe Stidham, and he's around Graves. You just like to go back and forth, Jennifer. I get it. There went Wansing around Bigelow that time. Boy, he made an aggressive move and made it stick. Cooper and Steele out front, then Larch. A 2.5 off of the lead. And Wansing another 2.7 seconds behind that. In 4th, he's got Bigelow in tow. Meanwhile, Nick Cooper, well, he's caught the 73 of Larry Moody. Moody 15th. Was the last car on the lead lap. Now he's the first car a lap down. He's in the lucky dog position. Right in front of him, Scott Thomason. Thomason in 14th. There comes Thomas Brandner. And Thomas Brandner is about 7 laps down. Back on the racetrack in 18th position. Let's see who's right in front. Kyle Gomez, 13th, will be the next car on the hit parade for being lapped. Gomez, rookie debut here in the series. So now it's Brandon Steele. Got past Larch, and now he has started to make a gap between second and third place. It's about 1.2 seconds, but he's 2 seconds behind Cooper, who's way out front. We're nearing the halfway point already. Got a lap car and a car on fresher tires. Brander just went by. Brander all the way to the high side of turn 4. Got it to stick. Oh, Michael Larch. He and the 8 car almost had a meeting of bumpers. Coming off of 4, 8 car got a little free. Getting out of the corner. Man. Rough times up north. We're just supposed to get a little rain and some stuff until, like, I think maybe Wednesday or Friday. And then it's going to be pretty trashy around here, I think. So there goes Michael Larch, headed for pit road. He's one of the first of the leaders to get back to pit road again. Well, he's going to have to figure out how to stretch fuel a few laps because he's going to be about 4 laps short on his current schedule. Nick Cooper, 3 seconds out in front of Brandon Steele. Garrett Boyd is now 3rd. Wansing 4th and Bigelow 5th. These 3 are about 7 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Yes, he does, Mark. He definitely needs to pick the right number. Bigelow's working around the outside of Larry Movie. Michael Larch out of pit road and right onto the racetrack in front of company. And he almost paid the price for it because Moody almost didn't have time to get out of the way. Nobody. There goes Wansing and Bigelow to pit road. Now we'll see if this starts a chain of drivers trying to get there and get fresh tires. Casey Graves has already been on and off pit road, so has Kobe Stidham. Nick Cooper on cruise control right now. 3rd place, Garrett Boyd worked around the outside of Scott Thomason. And Brandon Steele about a half a straightaway in front of him. Steele ducking off, heading for pit road. Is Boyd going as well? No, he's not. Casey Graves just made an aggressive move to the outside of Michael Larch, and I think he caught a little bit of the fence on the exit of turn number 4, but I don't see damage anywhere on the 01 car. So Steele on pit road. Waiting on fuel. And he's away. Nick Cooper still out here. About 7.5 seconds in front of everybody. Boyd 2nd. Cato is 3rd. Downard and Forstner 4 and 5. Then Kevin Spaulding is 6th. Stidham and Graves 7, 8 as they try to unlap themselves from the 3rd place car of Garrett Boyd. And they're going to get that done. Boyd's going to go around one more time. We are getting into the window where you can make it on one more stop from here. Nick Cooper clipping off laps. 31-31 his last time by. Still staying out. Boyd still on track. Cato, he's still on the racetrack. Cody Downard in fourth. There goes Mike Forstner. He heads for pit road. Spalding went around him. He stays out. Watch 69 car make his pit stop. Still watching for Nick Cooper to make his pit stop. Top four have yet to pit. Stidham and Graves now 6th and 7th on the racetrack. I feel like they have to make about 17 to 19 more laps. That's going to be tough to do. Garrett Boyd pulled it off. The racetrack heads for pit road. He'll make his second stop of the night. Nick Cooper coming in. Kevin Spalding is in as well. Boyd already back on the racetrack. Yeah, looks like he's going to blend in between Larch and Steele and Wansing, it looks like. Maybe Bigelow and Wansing together. Ross Cato has yet to pit. He inherits the lead. There goes Scott Thomason to pit road. So 20 seconds, the difference between your leader at the line and Kobe Stidham, Casey Graves out here. You got a 6-second gap back to Nick Cooper from those two. Then Larch, Steele, Bigelow, Wansing, Boyd, Downard all behind that. But we're watching the 12-car Ross Cato. Is he coming in this time? A lot of flames out of the right side. He's on the binders. Yeah, 12-car. Headed down pit road. So Cato staying out longer than anyone else, by far. He'll have about 39 laps. That's one more stop. That's a splash and go at the end, man, I tell you. We got to watch. We got to see, when were they in last? So if my math is right, that means they're going to be coming in the next 6, 7, 8 laps. Around lap 70. That puts them short of making it on fuel. Cooper's one that can get there. Steele is close. Ross Cato may be the guy in the catbird seat. But it's Kobe Stidham, Casey Graves, about 0.6 of a second, first to second, and then Nick Cooper is 3 seconds back of that. And it's another full 4.5 to fourth place Michael Larch. Guys are going to get stretched out. They're going to end up in weird positions at the end of this thing. A lot of drivers are going to come right back together, and it is going to get exciting because the fuel strategies, the tire strategies, all work. But at the end of the race, everybody starts to come back together. Brian Cross is taking the 1 car to the garage. He will finish in 18th tonight. Car has been sitting there for about 15 laps. Here comes Kevin Spaulding, and Spaulding is the first car a lap down. But he is faster than the leaders by a chunk. 7 to 8 tenths of a second per lap. He tried to unlap himself there and just lost his momentum. And that could be tires. Nick Cooper is the fastest car on the racetrack. He's still sub 31 seconds. And he is closing in on these guys in front of him. You can see Casey Graves and Kevin Spaulding right there. Spaulding, the lucky dog position right now. First car not on the lead lap. If we were to get a caution, he would get the waiver round, get back on the lead lap. Brandon Steele and Brock Bigelow, that is 5th and 6th. Garrett Boyd, Seth Wansing, 7th and 8th. And then it's a little ways back to Ross Cato. Cato was the very last car to pit in the last cycle. I feel like he's the guy that's got the best shot to steal a win. He might have the older tires out here on the racetrack, which may be a detriment to him because he's about 21 seconds from the lead. He's only about 10 seconds ahead of the leaders right now. He runs in 10th. Downard still on the lead lap. And like I said before, Kevin Spaulding in 12th, the first car not on the lead lap. Kobe Stidham's seeing that black and blue Ford get closer and closer. It's bigger and bigger in the mirror. And here comes Cooper alongside. We'll have a change of the lead once again, and Nick Cooper will go out front. About 31 laps remaining. Cato is running 31.43, so the tires are old on the 12 car for sure. I think he is trying to, he saved a set and he's going to put 4 on it right here when he comes in, which I don't know when he's going to do it, but I would imagine it's going to be somewhere 80 to 85. He'll come in and then he'll try to use those 4 tires to make up all that distance on everybody else. Cooper's trying to build a big enough lead that he can run away and hide because he knows that everybody else still has to pit again. So does he, but he had a huge lead when he pitted last time, and he's saving fuel. Get a little ride here. On the cockpit cam. Push the clutch in, getting into turn 3. He's coming up to the back of the 10th place car of Cody Downard. That's the 3D in front of him. Stidham and Graves, they really need to get about 4 to 6 more laps out of these tires and the fuel load that they have. See if they can do it. Michael Larch, 4th place back here. Larch is 13 seconds off the lead. Bigelow in 5th. Bigelow, 16 seconds. Then Garrett Boyd is a little bit behind that. He's 18 seconds off the lead. Seth Wansing headed for pit road with 28 laps to go. I don't know if this is early or not. I feel like it's real early. I don't feel like he can do 28 laps on fuel. I mean, I know he's good at stretching it, but that might be a super stretch. Stidham is on pit road as well. He just peeled off and headed in. Nick Cooper started second to last tonight. And he is cruising out front. Graves and Larch are on pit road. Let's see what Graves gets for tires here. This is his last stop for the night. At least I feel like it's his last stop. Man, they are right in that window. 4 tires. He's going to see if he can do all of that hot lapping and get the gap back. Garrett Boyd still out. 21.5 seconds off the lead. He is going to duck the pit, late duck the pit road. So Mike Forstner goes by, and he'll take second place over. 24 seconds behind the leaders. He goes around Michael Larch right there. Nick Cooper has built a ginormous lead here. When does he pit? Here comes Wansing. Wansing is 2 laps down. Needs to unlap himself here. And then beat Cooper around again when he goes to pit road. And he'll get one of his 2 laps back right here. So he's a 1 lap down. He's running in the 8th spot. I saw Ross Cato right behind that as he just went by Garrett Boyd, who's now out on the racetrack. And Cato needs to do the same thing. Oh, there goes Cooper. Cooper goes to pit road. We're going to watch his stop. I want to see what he had left. Does he have 4 tires left? I think he used a set of 4 and at least right sides. He may only have some left sides left. We'll see. If the right side of the car goes up, we know I was wrong. And he took no tires with 22 to go. He is going to try to gut this thing out on old tires. Forstner on pit road, out of second place. Here comes Casey Graves. Kobe Stidham rolled in, rolled out. He had to have the splash and go. There goes Garrett Boyd around your leader. So Boyd will put himself back on the lead lap. Cooper got in and out with the lead. Graves, 11 seconds back. Larch, 20 seconds back. Bigelow, 23 seconds behind. He just went around Brandon Steele. There's Seth Wansing, 24.5 seconds behind. Then Cato on the lead lap in 7th, 28, make it 27 seconds. And then Garrett Boyd just got by your leader, just in front of him. About 1.5 seconds. He's about 29.5 seconds behind the leader. Mike Forstner, a lap down, but he's catching the leader. He should be able to get around Cooper. Put himself back on the lead lap. Masterful race from Nick Cooper. Paced himself, saved fuel. Middle part of the race, was able to run 4 or 5 laps further than everybody else in the center 2 stints of this thing. And now he's put himself in a position on old tires, mind you. He's got to hold on for 18 more laps. Casey Graves got to make up over 9 seconds. Right at 9 seconds now. There comes Michael Larch. When he's at the stripe, we'll show you where Cooper's at. Cooper's already in turn 3. Brock Bigelow in 4th. It's just under 21 seconds. Brock Bigelow still sitting just about 20 seconds back. If he could make up 3 seconds, he'd be able to challenge Michael Larch for that final podium spot. It's all a Nick Cooper kind of race. It's 7.3 seconds with 15 laps to go. A couple of seconds have been chopped off by Graves in just the last couple of laps here. We'll see if he's got enough to get there before time runs out. Cooper may win the race, but if Graves finishes second, he's still going to be the champ. Right now, it's his championship. As long as he don't run out of fuel and lose about 10 spots, nobody can get him. Bonus points or no bonus points. Michael Larch still clipping around here, 30.67 last time by. Bigelow was right around the same, 30.70. The gap is 5.6 seconds with 13 laps to go. It's got to be 0.4 of a second or better every lap, and I think right now it's right at about 0.3. Cooper's probably expecting the tires to equal out between he and Graves. We'll see what they do on the clock this time because it looked like it was about a half a second that time. Graves across the line. It was more than that. It was about 3/4 of a second. So he is going to have enough time to get close. He needs about 5 or 6 laps to get close. And then with 5 to go, that may be the deciding factor. That's Kyle Gomez right behind the leader right there. Runs 11th. He's 2 laps down. Graves is on the same straightaway now. 3.5 seconds with 10 to go. Going to get there with about 5 or 6 to go. When he gets to Gomez, that's when it's going to get really close. Mooney going to make him go outside in 3 and 4. 2.5 seconds, 10 laps to go. That time, not quite as much on the pickup. Just about 3.5 tenths. He can see the leader in front of him. It's 2 seconds this time. 9 laps to go, 8 laps to go. Second and a half now, 1.6. Off the nose of the 01 car. Watching him creep in on Kyle Gomez. Gomez up the track, out of the way, lets him go. It is under a second now. 6 laps to go. The lap car of Scott Thomason in front of the leader. He will become a factor. He'll probably get out of the way for him. Wave lap this time. Cooper, 5 more circuits. I don't think he can hold off the 01 of Graves. Just about 10 car lengths separate them right now. 4 to go this time. Now it's about 5 or 6 car lengths. Cooper got a good run out of turn 4. Cooper up the track. He's trying to make a little dirty air on the nose of the 01. Graves is just right there stalking. It'll be 3 to go this time by. Graves ain't going to wait for it. He's going to the bottom. Not quite enough gap from the 35 to the 01 after that final round of pit stops. At that time at the line, they were dead even. Lap car may be a factor here. He's going to drop to the apron and let them go by. Can Cooper do anything off the high side? Does he have a little bit of skin left on those Goodyears? And they come out of 4 this time. It'll be 2 to go. That time Graves got a good launch and Cooper got sideways. We got a new leader. 2 to go for Casey Graves. So Cooper probably needed another 2 seconds of gap to try to hold on to this thing. He's going to finish really close here. But the white flag is coming out this time. And Graves now half a second, starting to ease away a little bit. Michael Larch is still third. He's 12 seconds behind these guys up front. But another podium finish for the 48. And out of turn number 4, this championship and the season finale. Just like last night, a victory lap. Casey Graves takes home all the hardware here at Charlotte tonight. Nick Cooper second, and Michael Larch will finish in third. Brock Bigelow in a great run tonight here in the Stock Car Series comes home fourth, and Seth Wansing will card another top 5 finish in the series. Boyd 6th, Cato 7th, Mike Forstner in 8th, and then Kobe Stidham. 9th place tonight, Kevin Spaulding. 10th, Kyle Gomez, Larry Moody, and Scott Thomason, the last of the running cars on track. That's through 13th. Branner, Steele, Downard, Gidman, Cross, Lawrence, and Gagliano rounded out the field. Top 3 around on the front stretch. And they'll end up nose to nose right there. And they'll burn them down. First and second in the points, they run 1-2 to finish the season. Michael Larch, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Another podium finish tonight. You opened the season by winning out in California. You close it out here tonight at Charlotte with a podium run. A whole lot of everything in between, man. But great run tonight. What was the difference between what you were doing and what those guys up front was doing?
Well, pretty sure Cooper and Graves here started in the back because they were in the top 5 in points. So when that caution came out, they were probably able to save a little bit more fuel. And I think they even ducked down pit road to top off. So they were able to run a little bit longer and then get out front of everybody. And a little bit of a difference, but really I think that first stint, I just burned my tires up way too fast.
Seemed like a lot of guys were really fast. Everybody kind of on top of each other until we got through the first set of pit stops. And then after that, it was all the different strategies working. Guys coming forward, guys going backwards. The closing rate, kind of trying to guess what the other guys are doing. There's a lot of concentration has to be put into running this series.
Oh, for sure. There's so much strategy involved with the 50% fuel and then the tire set limits that we get. And as you alluded to there, everyone's on different pitch strategies and whatnot, coming and going. And I guess the raw speed and talent of these guys makes the whole race very challenging and interesting.
Well, an awesome season, man. We know we got the All-Star race coming up in a couple of weeks here, and you're locked in to the final 2 segments. We're going to go to Chicago for that thing. What are you thinking about there?
Yeah, that would be fun. Wasn't aware that you guys do All-Star race or anything like that, but looking forward to it. Should be a good time. Chicago's fun. So hopefully I can get it up front and keep it up there.
Well, an awesome job here tonight, man. We'll get all the information out for that here in the Discord and over on the driver page here within the next couple of days. But give me some shout-outs and thank yous before I let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I guess all of our league sponsors, Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida, BeefOBradys, Premier Racing Setups, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, and all the admins. You up there in the booth, Roger, everyone who makes this league go around. This is my first go around with you guys doing this. I've had an absolute blast. My buddy and teammate, Dean Gagliano, got me in here. So a shout out to him. And then he missed today's race. He was in here, he qualified, but then he's up in Milwaukee, got a bunch of storms rolling through, so he lost power, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess everyone involved. I mean, it's been a blast and looking forward to coming back and doing it again.
All right, man. Congratulations on the finish tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you back next season, and I'll definitely look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks at the All-Star race.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is Michael Larch. He finishes 3rd here tonight. And now, I don't know where he went, but we're going to grab him. And we're going to ask Outback Jack, man, what happened? You just didn't build a big enough gap?
No, my tires started really going away, and Graves just had a better tires at the end there.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to build a huge lead. You knew you were going to go in, just do a quick fuel-only thing and come out and run the rest of that thing off. I thought you might have built a big enough gap, but, man, he was chopping it off in chunks there those last 8-10 laps.
Yeah, if I could have came out a little bit further ahead, maybe, but No, it just tires just gave up there at the end.
Well, a second place finish in the points, a second place finish here tonight. A whole season under your belt now. I would like to know what your thoughts are of running this series, because there's so many little intricate pieces that you have to be aware of all night long. Is it a different challenge than other things that you do, or is this just you come in with a plan and you just do it?
It's really good. I think it's really competitive. The field mileage is not my strong suit, so I kind of just took the dirt aspect and just sent it as hard as I could the whole race, and hope it paid off. But no, it's really enjoyable, and I don't think I changed anything.
Well, All-Star race coming up in a couple of weeks. You're locked in with a win this season to the final two segments. We're going to go Chicago. Tell me about that, because that's the race that is probably one of the best stock car races that we've had in this series ever.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good track, just like Charlotte here. You can move around, and the racing's always great, so I look forward to it.
Well, an awesome job here tonight, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. I'll let you get out of here, and as soon as I'm done with your teammate, you guys can go celebrate with all the big hardware.
I'd like to thank you in the booth, all the admins, Casey Graves for the awesome setup, and Kobe for everything he does too, contributing, and Timber Creek, Homes of Southwest Florida, BeefOBradys, Premier Racing Setups, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sims Sports Network, and Dirt Network, and everybody else that makes it possible.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Congrats on the season. I'll look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, and then a week or so after that when we get ready to kick things back off.
Thank you.
Nick Cooper finishing second in the points and second here tonight in the season finale. And now we'll talk to his partner in crime. He had to run him down from a long ways back, but Casey Graves, the Fresh Skins, did all the work for you there in that last run, didn't they?
Yeah, when we came out of the pits, I seen where Nick was. I'm like, it's going to be pretty easy to catch him. And then the closer we got to the end of the race, I kind of figured I was still going to get him. But I'm like, damn, this is going to be closer than I thought. Yeah, he did a really good job.
I had it pegged that you'd get there with about 6 to go. You got there with about 4 to go. And I feel like that was kind of what spurred you to just go ahead and not play around, not wait. As soon as you got an opening, you dove it in there and you took it away from him.
Yeah, I was kind of running the top there and showing where I was going to, kind of showing the line that I wanted him to take, because when the roles were reversed, I went up, tried to aero block him, and it didn't work. I think he made the right choice, try to go to the top and pin me down. And he held on for a couple laps, and eventually the newer tires just prevailed.
Well, you're not only going to get the victory lap here tonight at Charlotte to close the season out, but you're going to take the big hardware home, man. First season with the league. You're going to be the champ. I'm sure that alone gives you a whole lot of joy. But tell me a little something about running in this series compared to what you normally run, as far as the challenges of the limited tires, the fuel, and the level of competition that you have to race against night in, night out here.
I mean, honestly, the level of competition, I think everybody's kind of gotten faster as the year progressed. And like tonight, the different strategies was interesting. I've kind of been on that two tire, like left and then short pit into rights and then take your 4 at the end. That seemed to have worked for us in the past, and felt like it did here tonight too.
Well, that's another win under your belt. You won a truck race earlier in the season. You're already locked in to the final 2 segments of the All-Star race in a couple of weeks, going back over to Chicagoland Speedway. Little thoughts about putting that thing together and coming over and seeing what you can do when the money's on the line.
Well, I hope it's on a day I can run it. What day is it going to be? Do you know off the top of your head? Tuesday or Monday?
Tuesday night.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, well, I'll be here for that. So if we run the B car again, I felt like we had a pretty good setup there a couple weeks ago when we run it. Not sure what
We
plans
want to
are,
peg
but-
that as probably race of the year because of all the stuff that happened on the last lap with the passes for all the podium spots. Kind of feel like that was maybe one of the best races overall of the season. So we kind of want to take you guys back over there and put this big All-Star event on. And I figure a lot of guys are going to really have a lot of fun over there because that was probably, in my opinion, the best race of the year so far.
Yeah, I mean, between that, the Gateway race last week was up there too. Gateway's not a track that I would normally peg as like, yeah, we're gonna have a good race here. But the three-way battle we had, that unfortunately we all got together and felt like the guy that maybe had it won got taken out. But
Yeah,
I mean, Chicagoland will be good. That's gonna put on a good show.
Well, what's amazing about that is that a few weeks before that, the Truck Series went there and had the same kind of battle at the end that you guys were having in the B car. And everybody says, oh, that track's terrible. It doesn't produce good racing. I would absolutely stand up and stomp my foot to say we had two of the best races ever right there. And you were part of one of them, so you know what it was like. Just absolute intensity at that track. But we felt like Chicago would probably be a better place to do that, man. So I think that's where we're going to end up. And hope everybody gets excited for that. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous tonight for this thing, man. You're going home the champ. As soon as we get the hardware together, we're going to get it kicked out to you.
All right. First off, thanking you for broadcasting, hosting this league, all the admins, Larry. I gotta think about
Mike.
yeah, all that. Larry, Mike,
Tiny Dancer,
Garrett. Yeah. Pretty much everybody that helps out with us. I'm sure there's even more that I don't even know about that are on the back end, but just thanks to everybody that helps put this on, puts all the hard work in, and thanks to all the sponsors of the league. Timber Creek Homes, BeefOBradys, Premier Setups, Edmund Trophy and Awards. Oh, the other admin, Scott King. Got a shout out,
Tiny
Scott.
Dancer.
Yeah.
We call him the poor man's Elton John. If you've seen his picture, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's in the chat.
Shout out to. I gotta shout out all my buddies over at True Speed and then Low Drag Esports. They I don't know if they're watching or not, but they are. Shout out to them.
Well, an awesome job all season, man. You earned that championship for sure. And like I said, as soon as we get all the imagery done and get it all onto that piece of hardware, they'll get it to me and I will get it out to you as quickly as I can, man. I will see you in about 2 weeks over at the All-Star race, and then we'll kick things off probably the week after that and run the first race of the season again. Going to increase the horsepower. Going to take it to 110%.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
We're going to do it across the board. We're going to do the trucks as well, it looks like. We got to do a couple more tests to make sure that that's really what we want to do, but these cars drive a lot different with that extra horsepower.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to drive them yet. I drove the next gen with the horsepower. It's interesting.
Yeah, these cars are more like the old Gen 4 car when you put that extra horsepower in.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the way this thing races now with the aero updates and everything. I think with the extra horsepower, it's just gonna even add to it.
Yeah, can't wait to see how it turns out, man. But congratulations on a great season. We'll look forward to seeing you come back to defend that title next season for sure.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, everybody, picking up the win here tonight on a victory lap. He is your Season 27 Timber Creek Homes Stock Car Series champion. I want to give a shout-out to all the sponsors. Timber Creek Homes, Mark Wansing at Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Steve Llewellyn, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King at Scott King Designs, Doyle Lawrence at Raven Graphics, because the two sponsors' cars came right out of that stable. And the new one for next season, already done. I've already got the imagery from them. And it's going to be exciting to see those guys back out there ripping and tearing again. A couple of weeks, we'll go to the All-Star race. Right back here. KR Stolfus will be on the call as I will move down and I will go to race control for that very special event because there's a couple of complications in there that I don't want any of the other admins to have to deal with since I put them in that position. I think I'll go and bail them right out too. But KR does a great job. Always fun. We'll keep him informed of what's going on so he can keep you guys informed. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Midwest Truck Series back into points racing. They had their All-Star race last week. And then we will be off. Might do some recruiting races. We may or may not stream those. We don't know. Trying to get things going for season 28. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this season as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. It has been a lot of fun. I can't wait for next season to kick off again, see some new faces and some new races. A lot of new tracks on both schedules, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But I want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we see on a nightly basis on this network, there is nothing to cover. Everybody involved putting all that together gets a high five and a pat on the back. Till we see you the next time, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down for us.